In this bag, a lot of makeup I have purchased off of TikTok. Do you want to know the best bit? It ain't even all of it. Let's get into it. So hello you beautiful bunch. I feel like I wanted to do a sit down makeup video because I haven't done one of these in a little while. I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a little bit crusty dusty, a little bit musty. My period is due and it's just making me a little bit tired. These have been my current go-to moisturizers. I've probably been using the Estee Lauder one for over a year now. And then I dip and change my Olay moisturizers depending on the season. Okay, so let's just pop on some moisturizer just to rehydrate the base. I'm just going to rub a little bit of the Olay one onto my neck as well. Onto my neck and onto my chest. And then I'll just put the rest on my hands, but minding my new finger tattoo, which I'll talk to you about. First things first, the Super Hold by Pink Honey. This is their honey glue. As you can see, I have been using a lot of that because it starts off with quite a small little hole there. Weirdly enough, I've actually been rubbing this product on a little bit dry. So I go backwards against the brows and then I go up into all those brow hairs. When I apply this one normally would wet the inner part of the product. But sometimes I find that it then makes the product a bit too slimy, and also sometimes it can just make me apply too much product onto my eyebrows, which then actually makes my eyebrows look a bit gloopy, a little bit sticky. Once you get the consistency that you like, you are good to go and your brows will be laid for the whole day. Then I'm going to take any spoolie that I have. This is just one on the top of my NYX brow pen, and I'm just going to brush them into place, and then I just go along and go down. Next step, I really would recommend going around with a wipe. So look, you can just see, I've just taken off some product there, so it's a little bit darker. So yeah, it does take off any excess product that is around your eyebrows. When you mix these two together, you are just given a beautiful child of the gods on your damn skin. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which is obviously meant to be a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This one has actually been all over TikTok. A lot of brands are coming onto TikTok now, like NYX, Beauty Bay, Cult Beauty look fantastic. And they obviously house a whole range of products, you know, hair care products, skincare products, you name it, they've got it. This one you can get on there. I did a video on it and did really well, which I'm so grateful for, and this is such a gorgeous skin tint. I like my skin to be a little bit more dewy, a little bit more radiant, so that's why I like to mix those two together. So I don't know if this is going to actually match me right now. It should do, but I don't know if it will because I ain't really seen the sun in a very long time and I've not got any turn on. Another thing I purchased is the Maybelline by Mitchell brush sets. I actually got a really good deal on this. I think I paid like maybe at the time like either 30 or 40 pound, I can't remember. To start off with, I'm gonna take the MF3 because this brush has a lot of movement. It's just gonna really buff those liquids in, and we're just gonna start blending them together. Yeah, that's a perfect match. Because the thing is, the e.l.f. Halo Glow is a little bit lighter. I have a darker one, which I normally use around the outer perimeter of my face when I want to bronze up the skin. There's a right horrible little spot coming on my face here. I do not know what is going on my skin. I think it's my period is due. Beauty sponge, and we're just going to press that all into the face. I'm shade 40 in this, in case you are curious. I'm going to take the P. Louise base. I'm not going to talk too much about this product because it's been well loved on the internet for a very long time now. Now looking extra crazy, we're going to go in with the Made by Mitchell Colour Case. Now this one is all the very neutral skin-like shades with a very bright white and a dark black. I'm going to grab some of the brown and I'm going to put that onto the back of my hand and then warm that up. Also, as you can see, I'm using my brush to pick up the product, but I'm also using my hand as like a palette. Then I'm just going to look down and start taking that right into the socket line. Now with the colour cases, he has so many nice shades that you can get in this now, and I wanted to go with the neutral one because I just thought it'd be a really good versatile product because I love the fact that you can use it for eyeshadow base, you can use it for your waterline, and you can also use it as a correcting. Some people have used it as a foundation and concealer. Personally, I would not use it for that because I feel like the product dries down way too quick, and when you are applying the product, just warm it up because I feel like it will just maneuver a lot nicer. Take that shade next, apply it onto the inner part of the eye. I really feel like so many like British brands are popping up on TikTok and they are absolutely killing it. I've got some stuff from Trigwell in here, Pink Honey, P. Louise, you know, Made by Mitchell. I have quite a lot of stuff actually from Made by Mitchell, if I'm honest, because he does such good discounts on TikTok. I'm gonna take a flat brush and just blend that into the eye. Okay, so for now I'm actually gonna just set those quickly in place with some powders. So I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm not going to bore you. It's literally just 2 neutral colours. And then we're going to go in with some more exciting stuff. Taking some of this colour here, which is basically like one down from the black. And I'm just going to bring that into the eye. I do really want to blend the edges of that and bring it out. I just smoked it out with a little bit of eyeshadow as well, just to set it in place. This is where the fun is gonna happen. I don't know if you guys have heard of a brand called With Love Cosmetics. They do these gorgeous glitter eyeshadows which look like this. This one is in the shade Champagne. What I'm gonna do is just press my finger and then I'm just gonna look down and press it all around. I want that spread out. I don't want that concentrated. Then I'm gonna go pop on the Doll Beauty Chloe Elizabeth, and I got 3 packs of these on TikTok for $12.50, I think it was. As Nikki Tutorials would say, it's all trash until you add a lash. And she is not wrong. You know, you do your makeup sometimes and you're looking, you're just thinking, is this coming together? But as soon as you add that lash, it is literally the cherry on top of the cake. Like now, that is just looking so nice because I wanted this kind of blown out glittery effect. So these are the Chloe Elizabeth lashes and I love them because they're so dramatic, but they give me the different lengths and I really do like that for my eye shape personally. And then these are some other eyelashes that I like. So Dolly Wispy XL. Now these ones are really nice and they're quite fluttery. If you like stuff that's a little bit more softer, then you got the wispy ones. But my personal favourite from Doll Beauty is the Chloe Elizabeth. And then on TikTok, you've also got like Tatty Lashes on there as well, which is another great brand, Unicorn Cosmetics. I'm going to use a brand new product which has actually not been out for very long, and also today in the post I'm waiting for Carrie Ad's like under eye pink collection to come. This is the medium shade. He has 3 different shades in the collection. Caramel Chisel, and I just use my finger just to warm it up in the palette. And also if you're a makeup artist, I'd really recommend getting these for your kit. Now sometimes I find when I apply all my cream products like that at once, I feel like I have to go in really quick and or spray my face with a little bit like MAC Fix Plus or something, but with this I don't have to. I'm just going to go in with a damp beauty sponge though, because I do like to make it look a little bit more sheer. Plus I have already gone and put my skin tint on, so it's not like I'm going to be shearing this down with a tint in between it, like as if I was doing, you know, the underpainting vibe. Because it has a really nice sheen to it, it will look really healthy and glowing on a lot of people's skin. So it's not going to be one of those products that dry down and then can look cakey. With the blusher, I'm actually going to do it on top of my powder. You will see. Next on my little TikTok goodies of things that I've purchased, I got the contour cake from Pink Honey. I really do love the face frosting one, right? This is so gorgeous, so creamy, and I recommend it to everyone. So when they brought out the contour one, I obviously wanted it and I had to get it. What I found is when I apply this first, I end up using too much product. So I just do it after my bronzer now, and then I get the best results. So I know that I put bronzer around my nose, but do you know what? Sometimes I just prefer the shade of it. I'm gonna use my MF4 and I'm just gonna do circular motion, just buffing that up. If you have purchased this product and you're struggling to use it, because I know these sort of taupey, more shadow shades can be harder to use, just do it after your bronzer and it will give you a little bit more of that depth into the face. Rimmel Multitasker, which is one of my favourite drugstore concealers, and yes, it is available on TikTok Shop. And these are the areas that I've gone and applied that concealer. Honestly, concealer for me is a game changer. Like, if there was one product I had to have on a desert island, it'd be concealer, because my under eye bags are just no joke. Yes, I went to an event yesterday with Essie and I got my nails done as well. They did this in Ballet Slipper or Ballet Pink, I believe it is, on my little ring finger as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've got like little flowers on there, which is really cute. And then at the event, they had like a tattoo station, they had a beading station, hair braiding. I really wanted to get my hair done in 2 French plaits because obviously I have my natural hair now, but I never got around to doing it because I was getting so distracted by everything else. So yeah, they had a tattoo station and you have to put your name down, and oh my god, when I tell you, the slots for this went so quick. I kind of already knew that I wanted to get finger tattoos because that's what I thought it was originally going to be. And I know that some people have said, like, you know, they fade and they can look a bit worn and they bleed out and stuff. And when I say bleed out, I mean the ink thing like spreads. But to be fair, it doesn't really bother me. I have so many little different tattoos on my arms now, on my back, on my body. I love it. I absolutely love it. For me, it's art, it's an expression. And you know when someone goes, oh, what are you going to look like when you're older? I don't care. You know, like, I'm just going to look cool. I'm going to look like a cool tatted up granny. I'm here for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'd want to look like. She had so many different designs and I really like the look of this sort of like leafy one that she had. She basically said if you want this to age a bit better, then it's better to go a little bit bigger. But because my hands are quite small, we was sort of looking at the placement and stuff, and she suggested doing the shading as dot work. Instead of doing just fine line leaves like she was going to, she done it in dot work, so it has a bit more shading. Can you guys see there? So let me come close. and I definitely want to complete my fingers now, so I feel like I need to get another one or two. I was the second to last person, and the other last person was my friend Sammy, who I had taken along with me for the event. Before I carry on the tattoo talk, I'm gonna go in with the Flossy powder now. Oh my god, this product really had a moment. Like, everyone was going crazy for it, and it was really hard to get your hands on, and it went out of stock for so long. If you do have TikTok, if you don't, then I'm just gonna tell you, basically everyone is loving a little bit of a pink under eye, right? Because it really is a gorgeous brightening effect, but I'm not gonna go too pink. However, this powder is a really nice way to kind of introduce yourself to the pink under eye without, like, you know, diving head first. I paid £30 for this, and you get the loose and the press, which I think is really good because it's like 15 quid a product. They have got a mini one, and I do want to get the mini more yellow toned one as well. To start off with, I'm going to use my damp beauty sponge. I'm going to do a little bit like baking as such, right? Because if I don't bake, my makeup just never looks as good. The last person to get tattooed on the evening was my friend Sammy, and it was really cute because she added her dad's initials onto her tattoo with her own handwriting, so it's kind of like personal, which was really sweet. And also, guys, it was her first tattoo. I don't have the actual footage because obviously she's got it on her phone because I filmed her getting it done, and I was laughing so much, like obviously being a typical friend, like when when she was getting her tattoo done, she's like, ooh, ooh, she's like, that bit really hurts. And then she went at one point, she's like, oh, I feel a bit lightheaded. She got like a really small little cute heart with her dad's initials. And I was like, Sam, it's a fine line. I was like, trust me, it's gonna be done so quick. But her reactions were literally making me laugh so much. She's always been that way. Like, she's always been that way, even when we was younger and she got her belly button pierced. I have this beige bra on underneath, and I dyed it grey through washing it with darks. And it's a Victoria's Secret bra, so it's really fucking expensive. So love that for me. Two products that, if you follow me on TikTok, you will know I use in pretty much all of my tutorials. The blush books, well, the bronze book and the blush book. Okay, so did I need these? No, I definitely did not. Did I want them? Yes, I did. So my friend Mark got me this one for my birthday, and then I bought this one myself because when he bought out the blush book, I basically kept commenting like, oh my god, you need to bring out bronze book, that'd be so sick. You get such an array of shades. As you can see, this panel here is a little bit lighter, and then this one is a bit more deeper, and you just get such a nice array of colors. I'm going to take the Some Shade. We're just going to set in place the curve case that we laid down first of all. I feel like at this point, this is when everything like starts to come together. Taking the shade Ginger Biscuit, which is a bit lighter. Now we're going to start blending that powder into the contour. Next one is my Made by Mitchell blush book, which I have used so much, and I take it everywhere. Every little holiday or trip, you can guarantee this is just what I take, because I have every single shade that I'm really going to need. I've got my peaches, I've got my more orangey tones, my corals, my pinks. Like, I just have it all in here, you know. I just love it. And if you're a makeup artist or you're an inspiring makeup artist and you want something that you can practice on people with, then I'd definitely say look at getting these. And recently he did have this thing on TikTok where you get both books for 50 quid, so £25 each basically, but you get them as a set. And I thought that is so good. You got 12 in here and 12 in there. You got 24 bronzers and blushes for £50. I'm gonna go with Bin Packed up the top of the cheeks here, going a little bit up to those temples, and then let it diffuse down the cheekbones, so when the colour starts to fade out on the brush basically. It's a really gorgeous colour. I'm gonna go on the bridge of the nose as well. So I always start where I want the most concentration to be. So for me, I'm going for a lifted face today. That'll be at the tops of the cheekbones. I need to change my hand because my arm's starting to hurt. Do any of you guys ever get that, where your arm, because you've been doing makeup for so long? Obviously, when I do makeup, like when I'm getting ready, it never takes me this amount of time. Because I'm talking so much, it ends up taking me a lot longer. Now we're going to go with the top part of the Flossy powder. It would be rude of me to not use the Trigwell powder puffs. So I purchased the yellow one it was meant to be. It's kind of like an orangey yellow, if I'm honest. Like, that's quite orange yellow. But I only picked this colour, obviously you can see I've been using it. I only picked this colour because for me, like, the sign for endometriosis is yellow, like a yellow ribbon. So I wanted to get the powder puffs in that colour. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the smaller one. So I need to clean them, and normally I'll use my spray and just wipe it on tissue. But before I do that, I'll use like one side, then I'll use the other side, and then I just wash the whole thing. So I just take the pressed powder, but then I also dab it on the back of my hand, just so it doesn't pick up too much product. And then I mainly just apply this on the place that I want to be the most brightest, which is just there. I'm also going to put a little bit in the center of that forehead, just so that all the tones kind of come together. The only thing I will say with the With Love cosmetic stuff, you will get fallout, even if it is a pressed glitter, because sometimes I'm looking around my face and I can see like little shimmers. But actually, when I use these, I need to remember to do these first, so I can just wipe everything off my face, because also even when you're blinking and stuff, like, you will get a bit of fallout. It is glitter at the end of the day. Even if it is pressed, it's still gonna, you know, have a little bit of fallout. I'm quickly gonna fill in my eyebrows and put my Beauty Mark back on. I'm going to use my colour case as a eyeliner. You get this little spatula thing, which has a spatula on one end and then the brush on the other. This is the exact same colour that we used in our crease to start off with. I'll use the end of the brush, pick up some product on the back of my hand, use my powder puff to pull down the eye so I'm not disturbing any product, and then I'll just run that with the brush onto the waterline. And then I'm going to take a short shader brush, blend out that product, and then use it just to smoke out the bottom lash line. Quite soft and sexy, having a little bit of brown smoked out on the bottom waterline. And then you may have seen this mascara, which is the Max Factor 2-in-1 Masterpiece Mascara. You get the lengthening brush, but then you just twist a little gold bit at the end, and then it brings it together so you can thicken out the lashes. I'm going to use the thicker side now just to blend my eyelashes into the fake ones, and then also this allows me to check if the eyelash is actually stuck down as well. So, and then I'm just going to lightly run it along the bottom lashes too. I haven't actually got a highlighter right now that I want to use from TikTok, so I'm just going to quickly take a little bit of my She Glam one. This is the shade Bellini Brunch, and I'm going to grab a fluffy brush from Zoeva, blend out that product, and I'm just going to pop that onto the cheeks. I just felt like I needed something to add a bit more of like a shine to the face. I needed a little bit of something because I just don't like my skin to look too flat sometimes. I feel like when I apply that directly onto the face, it doesn't blend out as nicely, but when you put it onto the skin and then you blend with a brush and just put the product on, I feel like it just works an absolute treat. Ages ago I ordered some Doll Beauty lip liners, and as you can see, they've been very well loved. I'm going to use the shade Boy Bye because it's very close to my natural lip shade, and I also feel like I don't want anything too heavy and drastic on my lips when I've got all of this going on the eyes. Oh my god, I was gonna put the blush on top, wasn't I? Oh, forgot about that. Do you know what? I'll show it to you anyway. I'll grab a beauty sponge, just one I've been using, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of peach sugar, dab on the hand as well, and this will just make your blusher look so much more intense and so much more glossy. I find the best way to apply it is with the beauty sponge because it doesn't cling onto any powder that you've laid down before, and it makes the cheeks look really radiant and healthy as well. Totally forgot I was going to do that. Okay, so I was going to use the Curve Case on my lips because I have been doing that a lot recently, but for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to take one of my P. Louise, the cheek of it, ballet slipper, and all I do is just dab in the center like that and just dab the lip out. My last product I'm going to use, which I was actually sent in PR, is one of the MAC lip squirts, and basically these have been going viral on TikTok because everyone's been wiping them on the mouth, but it's been like falling apart. But the thing is, they're not meant to be pushed up high and then you just rub and dab. You don't like twist it up high, you literally keep it in that little bit there. Now look at that little combo. I just want to look at my hair so it looks a little bit more neat. Honestly, the difference your hairstyle can make. So you can just see how the eyes look really nice and shimmery, like all the way around. But because we smoked out a little bit of a wing, the wing obviously isn't anything drastic and it's, you know, smoked out, but it just adds a little something, and it really kind of helps shape the eyes and make the eyes just look a little bit longer. And I hope you can kind of see just why I like these products, because I come on here feeling crusty and now I feel a lot better. If you have enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. It's free, it's just a click, and it basically just lets me know that you've enjoyed this type of content. And if you don't already, make sure you go and follow me over on my TikTok because I post all the time on there. I probably post more on there than I do on any other app. But anyways, I'm actually gonna go now because I need to go make a drink. Okay, bye.